Price options to choose from.
Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. Price and coverage match limited by state law. This is always your program's co-founder, Mr. Troy Maratia.
Limited by state law.
He's always reminding me.
I'm a journalism major, by the way. Yeah. So I understand what you're doing right now.
On our glass. Back next week with more stories of this American life.
This is CPR News, 89.5 FM KPRN Grand Junction, 88.3 FM KPRH Montrose, 88.3 FM KPYR Craig, and at CPR.org.
Want another Italian sandwich?
Support comes from Formula Roofing, a Denver-based roofing company specializing in storm damage insurance claims. Residential, commercial, tile, metal, shingles, flat roofing, as well as impact-resistant roofing systems.
We're at Walmart, right?
FormulaRoofing.com.
Colorado Public Radio receives support from members, like network partners who ensure CPR's growth. Thanks to Kathy and Mick Groff and Peter Stevenson. Learn more about giving levels on the support page at CPR.org.
Wait, you're listening?
You're listening to Radio Lab.
Radio Lab.
From
WNYC. Yeah.
What's another word for a male frog that has some children? Daddy frog. Dadpole. There you go.
There's kid with dad walking down with
Okay, sorry. I feel bad. I already feel
Yeah.
like we're at a sleepover.
the grass up there by the big tree.
Hey, Lulu.
Right up there.
This is Radio Lab.
Hi, who are you guys? Why are you here? So he told me, 'cause I thought he was looking for a dog or something. He's looking for his cell phone. I think some kid stole his cell phone and threw it out there.
Is
Okay, whatever.
comedy-ish science podcast
So,
where we explore
He actually
different
found it.
ology
It was kind of
every
funny. He
episode.
tapped it from his
So it
phone.
might
He
be
found
geology
it.
one week and then
Picked it up.
climatology
Dad, I got my
the
cell
next,
phone. I
which
was
is
like,
the
cool.
study of physics. So, Allie has
So I was
been
talking to him
so many
a little bit and everything.
Studenology, which comes from the
And I
Latin
sent him towards my
testudo for tortoise.
survey for it.
Enigmatology, hagfish,
YouTube and Facebook.
hagfishology, would it be raccoonology, or would it be meteorology,
That's funny.
apiariology,
Chickenology.
melanology,
Quantum ontology.
chronobiology, carnivorous phytobiology.
I don't tell that story very much anymore.
Your urology episode was one of my favorites, and I did not think I would, I very reluctantly clicked on that.
Thank you.
And we brought Allie on because her show is kind of like a kindred spirit of our show, but also it's very different at the same time. Like, for our show, we talk to a bunch of scientists, but it's usually in the context of a story or a big idea we're interested in, and then we try to make it all add up to something. Allie does not do that part. She just will be like, oh, this scientist is interesting, and then they will sit down and they will just go to town. And actually, one of the things I love about your show is like your universe matters is totally different than ours.
Allie must be a dog.
Like, what does it matter when it's a random thing that it seems like maybe only this one
Skunk?
scientist you're talking to cares about?
I mean, it's really kind of more of like a lightning bug kind of darting around and just following the light.
So for the rest of this episode of our show, we're gonna follow Allie into an episode of her show as she follows the light, bouncing around like a little lightning bug like she does, into the dark.
Oh, scotohydrology. Scotohydrology movements matter.
We're gonna play her episode on dark for you.
That was a rare one where I worked with the ologist to be like, there needs to be a word for this. How do you feel about this? And he loved it. You coined a term, coined it.
It's one of the very few conversations I've heard that actually make dark matter make sense to me.
And even feel like it matters.
Yeah. So we're gonna turn it over now to Allie with UC Riverside theoretical particle physicist and dark matter expert Flip Tomato.
And just a quick heads up, the lovely Allie Ward is not afraid to dirty her tongue. That's not an expression. She's not afraid to swear. So here we go. Did you set out to become a theoretical physicist? How does one land in like what I feel like is the hardest field possible?
All right, here is my origin story. I wanted to be an author.
Really?
I had no idea why, but I was very passionate about writing, the idea that one could have a voice.
Mm-hmm.
And so growing up, I was a huge fan of LeVar Burton's because of Reading Rainbow.
Oh, love. Yes.
Reading Rainbow, amazing.
But you don't have to take my word for it.
So I would watch Reading Rainbow, and at some point in the back of my mind, I realized this person who does Reading Rainbow is also on this TV show, Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
And in I started watching Star Trek a little bit. It was still on at the time. I picked up the book, The Physics of Star Trek by Lawrence Krauss. And this was a really fun ride because it was the first time I thought about a scientific subject as something where there are open questions, and these open questions are fun.
So are we after a sandwich?
Huh?
After a sandwich?
We're talking what?
Are we after a sandwich?
Yes, something like that. It's a little overfit kill for the kill, so.
It's alright.
Oh. Guess what happened the other day? Left in the car and somebody stole it.